Hi, David Campanile here, owner of Campanile Law, located in the great state of New Jersey. Welcome to another amazing video of estate planning. As always, we handle estate planning and probate. If you'd like to do a free 45-minute strategy session with me, contact me at njestateattorney.com. So today I wanted to talk to you about revocable trusts. A friend of mine actually sent me this article that about trusts, and he wanted me to talk a little bit more in depth about them. So, hey, I answer requests, I give the people what they want. So, what's a revocable trust? Basically, a revocable trust is, it's the same thing as a trust. You put all your assets in a box, and basically what you've done is you are the individual that you're the creator of the trust, basically. And you can be the trustee, you can have a co-trustee, you could be the beneficiary of the trust. And basically, you lock up all your assets in the trust for tax purposes. So what are the pros of a revocable trust? Well, as you grow older, you may not want to handle your financial assets anymore. So then your co-trustee or your successor trustee can jump in, and you'd still be the beneficiary, and they're the person that handles the trust for you and sending out your assets and making money off of the trust assets. Also, another pro of creating a revocable trust is upon death, you avoid the probate process. So basically what you've done is put all your assets into this invisible box, into this trust, and you've totally sidestepped the probate process. Why is this a good thing? Well, the probate process is public. It goes to the surrogate's court. And in the surrogate's court, what they do is your will is going to be put on file. So I can run, if I run a search on your name, so if I were to run a search on my name, David Campanile, and I had been passed away, somebody would find that, hey, David had a will, who did he leave things to? And they can research all of that information because wills are public information. Trusts, on the other hand, are not public information. So if you've created this trust, you don't even have to worry about information getting out there. You've set up a trust, your assets are where they are, your assets are in the trust's name, you know who your trustee is, the beneficiaries know who they are, and we're done. You don't have to deal with the probate process because the trust handles everything. Now, what are the cons of a trust? And this is kind of where you have to wait, you handle the balancing act as if a revocable trust is going to work for you or not. But some of the cons of a trust are the expense to create a trust. Now, this is the barrier to entry that a lot of people complain about because trusts can be expensive to create based on verbiage, based on all these other issues, wording, how many layers to the trust are there going to be? I mean, the list is never ending. So, of course, the trust is an expense, and that's a barrier of entry to get one. The second con of a trust is it can increase your insurance premiums because everything is being held by the trust. So that's something you would have to weigh because it's not being held by an individual, it's being held by this invisible entity that you've created in this box. Another another pro is you're going to sidestep in the state of New Jersey the inheritance tax. Even though we don't have an estate tax, there is still somewhat of an inheritance tax in the state. And with the inheritance tax, now you don't have to get a tax waiver from the New Jersey Department of the Treasury. So you've kind of taken one step out of it. Now going back to the cons, and I apologize. Another con would be you haven't put everything, all your assets into this trust. Remember, when we create a trust, we're only thinking about the assets we have at that time. So you could have parts of your estate, you could have assets that you never thought of or never put in your trust because you never went and revised the trust. So now you need that will to come back kind of as a side piece and distribute your remainder estate to who you want. Otherwise, then you're going to go by the rules of intestacy by the state of New Jersey, which is something most people want to try to avoid. So let's recap this really quick. What is a revocable trust? It's basically this invisible box that we are putting our assets into. And in this invisible trust, in this invisible entity, what we're doing is putting all our assets in, and we're controlling them. We're sheltering them from creditors and tax because everything's not in our name, in our individual's name. What are we also doing? We're setting up a long-term solution for when we either can't handle our finances or we choose we don't want to handle our finances anymore. That could come with age, it could come with incapacity. It could be, hey, I just don't feel like handling my assets anymore. Let the co-trustee or the successor trustee handle the trust. It's always an option. The pros of a trust: you avoid the probate process. You don't need to go get that tax waiver for the New Jersey inheritance tax. You what was another pro? Oh geez. Wow, senior moment there for a second. I apologize. Cons to it are the barrier to get into the trust, which is the cost up front. The trust may not have everything in it, all your assets, so you will probably want to create a will to put your remainder estate and to divide out how you want it. Your insurance premiums may be a little bit higher. So all in all, do I recommend a revocable trust? I can't say that definitively. I sit down with each client and I want to, make sure it's what is best for them. As always, my name's David Campanile. I'm the owner and operator of Campanile Law, located in the great state of New Jersey. If you want to set up a strategy session with me, contact me to discuss estate planning or probate. Contact me at njestateattorney.com. As always, if you found this video helpful, give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We're posting content daily. And then if you know somebody that may help, share the video with them. Tell them you were thinking about them. Pass it along. The more we get out, the better. As always, I'm David Campanile. Have a great day.